Hello guys, how are you today? It is freaking cold out there today. I actually had meant to do this video 2 days ago. The last video that I made, which was about a week ago, my Ketoversary and my engagement. I'm still on cloud number 9, or I don't know how. What is that? On cloud 9? Yeah, there we go. On cloud 9, you know, I just very scatterbrained. It's been good. And I was going to start, which I had for a few weeks, started doing carb cycling, which was working. You know, I had lost 5 pounds doing so. But I still wasn't really jazzed. Like I started losing like momentum. I guess I started to not get so excited. And you know, this is like the start of you know, a new chapter. I still have 50 more to go. Until I get to my goal weight, but I might change once I get there. I don't know. We'll see. But I was talking with Nick about this, and he's like, well, let's do a different approach with this. And I was like, okay, what do you have in mind? And he said, well, you know, I have the app Senza. And Senza tells me that, you know, my macros are 25 net carbs, which I never really did most of the time, unless I did a carb update. Obviously, I went over that. And my protein is set at 112. And those were the only two that we're going to be, well, I'm going to be tracking. And he said, instead of doing it every single day, take your take your macros collectively for the whole week. And then, you know, some days if I do maybe 12 carbs, then, you know, if I do a consecutive amount, then, you know, one day I can go a little bit higher. I said points because it's almost like Weight Watchers, but I'm doing like a keto version of it. I'm just taking my macros that I have, which is protein and carbs. Those are the ones that I'm going to really be tracking. In the last couple of days, I haven't really paid too much attention in the app to my fat, although it has been higher, just naturally from everything that I've been eating. And calories I never tracked, ever. The only time that I would pay attention to it is if I hadn't eaten that much that day and I wasn't doing any type of fast. I wanted to make sure that I didn't dip below 1,400 calories. Just in that instance. In all the other times, I don't really pay attention to calories because at the end of the day, I know I'm in a good range. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing my net carbs at the 25 a day, like 25 net carbs a day, which would be like the max. And I started this on Tuesday. So that's why I should have, I started it. And for this week, I'm going to get on the scale every single day just to see how it's working. And I know as women, we fluctuate up and down like all the time. It's just hormones and just the nature of it all. But I just want to see how this is doing for me, how this is going for me. for the first week. And then after this first week, I'm not going to get on the scale every day. I'll just do like a once a week weigh-in, which I had been doing. So on Tuesday, I have everything written down here too. And I'm sorry, it's backwards. It's backwards to me, but I don't know. The last time I said I'm sorry it's backwards, when I uploaded the video, it wasn't. So maybe I'm not did I get something on my chin? Sorry. Yeah. And so maybe I'm apologizing for nothing. I don't know. So net carbs for the week is 175. And then protein, it tells me to be at 112 grams of protein every day for my height and weight, and age and everything like that. So it tells me to be at 112, and that is an awful lot of protein. I generally don't hit that number. I usually don't go above 80. I haven't this whole time really gone above 80 for my protein. I've noticed that because I've been doing this for over a year now, I think maybe like the 3rd month mark, I started to get really full on meat, like a lot of meat. I don't know if it's because my stomach was starting to shrink. I'm not sure why, and I'm still like that. Protein definitely makes me last, you know, a long time in between meals. And I know partly of that is because of the cut of meat that I choose. It's not very lean. And if I do eat lean meats, I make sure that I have like another protein or fat along with that. So I put here 784 for the week would be a high of my protein goal. And if I do 80 a day, which is what I normally am at or a little bit lower, it'll be 560 for the week. Okay, so Tuesday, I had 13 carbs. I was gonna do 12, I just went 1 over. But that's 13 carbs. And then 69 protein. I had noticed I really hadn't eaten that much that day, which was really weird. I don't know if it was because I was nervous and excited to try something different and something that really interested me, something that I know that I'm like, let's do this. This is like phase 2. Let's see how this works. Like, I'm finally kind of jazzed about this. And then I had 69 proteins. So that was pretty low. And I got on the scale the next day and I was up 0.6 pounds. And, you know, silly me, that discouraged me. And it's like, it wasn't even a pound. And I've been working like, my shifts at work have been like all over the place right now. So I know that like a little bit of stress and changing your sleep schedule has a lot to do with that too. So after a while, I just brushed it off. I was like, it's only 0.6 pounds. That's normal. So then yesterday, I did 12 carbs. I wanted to do 12 and I did that. And, my protein. I had 114 grams of protein yesterday. I was really hungry for a bacon cheeseburger in the morning, so Nick went to the grocery store, came home, and made me 4 small patties with cheese and bacon on them. And that right there was, I believe, 86. I'm not sure. I have it in my app But that alone was fairly high. That was my breakfast. That was my first meal. And I had a full 8 hours of work ahead of me, and I bike to and from home, even though, you know, it's like 9 degrees out there. I still need to stay active. And I'll continue doing that until there's a lot of snow and ice on the ground. I've started to build up more of a stamina now, to where I can do that. So yeah, that was my carbs, my net carbs for the day, and my protein for the day, 114. So I wasn't sure what I was going to expect when I got on the scale today. I was like, yeah, I might be up. I mean, I felt full, like, you know, but I got on anyway, and I was down. I was down 3.2 pounds. I was like, wow, totally didn't expect that. So very cool. Who knows what tomorrow's gonna bring. Yeah, so I had, you know, that in the morning, and then I worked until 9 o'clock last night, and I do again tonight. And after I got off of work, I got home at like 9:30, and I ate some rotisserie chicken. I had like 3 pieces of rotisserie chicken. I had a leg and a partial breast and a partial thigh. It was really good with the chicken skin and everything. That was good. So again, you know, that's a lot later than I normally eat. So that right there too, I wasn't sure what I was going to expect. But yeah, so far for the next 5 days, I will have 150 net carbs to play with, and between 377 and 601 grams of protein over the next 5 days. I'm not sure if I can hit that protein every day. You know, that's a lot of protein, like for the high side of it. I'm probably going to realistically like be like right in the middle. I think I'll be above high. I mean low. The low at 560 for the week. So I either can be either have 377 or 491 left, I believe. Is that how he did it? Oh, no, I'm sorry. 377. 377 will be the low for the week, and 601 will be the high for the week. On Saturday, I am doing Christmas shopping with friends and everything like that. So we will be going out to eat after that. So I was thinking that maybe Saturday, because I know I won't do many carbs today, and I'm not sure on Friday. I don't think I will, because I have a doctor's appointment. I'm doing a follow-up just to check where my vitamin levels are, and I want them to check my cholesterol and everything like that. This is really weird for me. Like, I'm not like used to just like taking care of myself. I'm really starting to love myself, you know, that this has taught me self-love, definitely. And if you're wondering why I'm just like this in the house, it's because Nick and I took like a little bike ride earlier, and it is 9 degrees out there, and it is cold, but needed some fresh air. And then I actually have to go to the post office today too. I have to drop off my Dia & Co. Box. I get that every month. No, every other month. I get a Dia & Co. box. It's just a clothing service, which is pretty neat. I've made a couple videos on here, like unboxings and everything like that, so you guys know the drill. I don't need to go into that, but a pair of jeans in there, like, perfect. You know, I kept forgetting to change my sizes and everything like that. And my personal stylist that I have, she like even wrote, she's like, here, I want you know, even more in sizes down for you. I guess like sometimes I have, you know, that body dysmorphia that people talk about where, you know, you see yourself bigger than you really are or smaller than you really are, that kind of thing. And I guess I suffered from that on both sides of the spectrum. That's why I got as big as I did, because I didn't think I was getting that big. I realize that now, you know, like this over years been mentally awakening, I guess you could say, because I see myself for, you know, how I used to be and how I felt, and, you know, I was very passive with, oh gosh, sorry guys. Oh, one of these videos, I swear, I'm gonna like space out like, you know, 5 or 6 where you don't see me crying. And it's not really like, they're not like sad tears, obviously. Just proud, happy tears. So yeah, like I see that, you know, it's been very mentally awakening, and I understand, you know, how I was, you know, the way that I was. And that's super helpful and useful, because then that lets me know and reassures me every day that I don't want to go back to how I used to feel. I don't want to, you know, be in pain all the time. I don't want to feel like I have like, you know, crippling arthritis, when it was just my weight bogging me down, you know, and your body's not meant to handle all of that weight on you. You know, your bones are strong, but they're only strong enough. I mean, because if you think about that, you know, they can break. So if that makes any sense, you know, I was like, I feel like every day I was, you know, lately breaking myself. And, you know, just the inflammation and everything like that caused by the garbage that I was just feeding myself. That doesn't even sound appealing to me anymore. And I guess I never thought, you know, it would, I'd ever come to this point. So, I'm going to wrap this video up just because it's been going on for a while, and I do have to get to the post office, and I do have to work tonight. Well, tonight, at 1 o'clock today. So, with that being said, I am going to get on here every day and just let you guys know how I am doing. Fluctuation, like what I did and everything, just like, you know, I showed you guys today, just for more accountability. I'm really excited for this next phase, you know. It was like, this is like Weight Watchers, but the keto version of it. I'm like, yeah, you know, let's see how it works. I'm not going to look at it like, oh, well, you know, I did really good, so I have like 100 carbs to blow, and I'm not going to do it on garbage just because that's only backtracking, you know. So maybe I'll have like rice, or maybe I'll have like a sweet potato or something with my meal, you know, something that's a little extra carby, but that stays within, you know, this guideline that I'm doing. And we'll see how this works. Yeah, so, all right. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye, guys.